Hi everyone, my name is Angela Jane Lavender and I am an artist here in Prince Edward County. With Halloween and Thanksgiving coming up, I thought it would be appropriate to paint a pumpkin. So if you just follow step by step, get your paints, you'll need red, orange, yellow, white, and black to do this painting. We're not going to be doing any pencil today, it's just going to be straight painting. So if you've done this before, you are probably already really skilled at it, and if you haven't, don't worry, just follow step by step and we can do this together. Can't wait to paint with you today. So usually when we do this, we start off by drawing it out with pencil and then filling it in the drawings as we go, but I have this goose drawing canvas that I want to cover up, and I'm going to just start by painting the whole thing yellow. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a big brush. The biggest brush you have, the bigger the brush, the faster it'll go. And we are going to cover the whole canvas in yellow. And it doesn't matter if you paint it horizontally or vertically or random circles, just as long as you cover the entire canvas. So that is our first step. Okay, so obviously you can still see my goose, but don't worry, I'm gonna cover it up and you won't be able to see it soon. We're just gonna let that first layer dry before we move on to the next layer. So next what we're going to do is paint the stem of the pumpkin, and we're going to use the color brown and a medium-sized brush. If you don't have the color brown, you can mix red, yellow, and blue together to get brown. And we're gonna start here, just kind of, not the center, but a little bit up into the left of the center. And we're gonna have it go from big to small, just like a real pumpkin that grows on the vine. And this is gonna come to a bit of a point. So this might be more of a challenge for you because we don't usually paint this way. Usually we paint with the outline. And so that's it. And then you can clean your brush off and dry it with some paper towel. And once you've done that, you can get orange on your brush. And we're going to fill in from about here. Beginning to wonder if my goose is going to show the whole time. We'll see. Another little bump here. And here. And another little bump there. And so we're going to fill in the entire, the entire half of the canvas. The rest of it's going to be brown. So it's kind of, or brown, orange. And it's going to have like this kind of like giant pumpkin growing out of it. So just take your time and fill in the bottom half. You don't need to worry about these lines, they don't matter. Just fill in the bottom with your big brush of orange. Okay, so now that you have your quite large pumpkin filled in, we are going to take that brown that we used to make the stem, and we're going to start from, let's say here, and bring that line this way, and this line that way. And this one is going to be a center one. And it's okay if it looks sloppy right now because we're going to pretty it up here in a minute. And that one will go there. And if you're going to do outline those, I would just do it lightly. too much. Just kind of using whatever paint is left on this brush. Okay. Then I would just rinse your brush off and kind of use a dry brush to blend the gobs of paint that we have on these areas. You can even use some more orange just to help blend it in, not just so that it's not so bold. So just a little blending action with the orange. Once you've done that, you can get a little bit of red and just kind of paint near the brown lines. A little bit of red, a little bit of orange, and just mixing it in. You can still see that goose. That's okay. And same over here. And then if the red just seems too prominent, like here it feels like it's red and then orange, you can just take a little bit of orange to blend it in a bit more. Need a little bit more down here. Okay, and then the next step is you're going to clean off your brush, and still using the medium brush, you're going to mix a little bit of white with the orange and put those in the center of each, I don't know, section of the pumpkin. Just a light. You can even do a bit of yellow. Okay, and next we're going to get some white, and hopefully your stem and the back of your pumpkin is a little bit more dry by now, because we're just going to work into the background. And we're going to just do some white here. So take your time. And this is going to sort of be like a glowing light in the background. So basically outline the stem. And this is one of those things where being the fastest isn't the best. It's better to take your time and make sure you do it right. I mean, any mistakes you make, you can always paint over. But it's best to just take your time. And that's going to go kind of like a half circle all the way over here. And then you're going to get a little bit of watery white to do this part. And then you're going to get a little bit of yellow and mix in. And just blend. Little brush strokes to blend, blend, blend. So that it becomes like a smoother transition in between this yellow and this white. And you can always get more yellow or more white to make the blending process go a little bit more smoothly. And just keep painting until you feel like it looks like a smoother transition. Like I'm kind of going back and forth and blending it in and blending it out and blending it in and blending it out. Oh, and somehow I got orange in there, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of yellow again. And there, it just looks kind of like a glowing light background. So you can rinse off your brush. And this time we're going to mix yellow and white. And that is going to go in lines throughout the pumpkin. Just because pumpkin has a lot of that bumpy texture. And you can do this after this whole part dries so that it's more prominent, or you can do it while it's wet so that you can blend it more. It's totally up to you. I'm not very patient, so I am just going to do it while it's wet because I don't like to wait. Do you like to wait? Maybe a little bit more on this one. Next, you are either going to get some dark blue or black for this part, and it's just to accentuate these lines. So right now I'm using a dark blue, and dark blue is a complement of orange, so it just makes them stand out really well. And you can mix a little bit of that black or brown or blue with orange and go in between some spots. Ooh, just going rogue, I guess. Thanks. There we go. For your pumpkin, this stem looks like it wants to be bigger. And then you can rinse off your brush and mix a little bit of white with your brown. And you can use your small or medium brush for this. And just outline some of the areas. Then it stands out a bit more. And same with this area. Just my smaller brush. And then that's pretty much it for your pumpkin. You can either add spiders in the background or spider webs or anything to make it more Halloween-y. You can make your stem curve and twirl and turn into a bit of a vine. Draw a black cat in the background or whatever. You can do whatever you want to make it your own painting and just sign your name at the bottom, and there you have a Halloween pumpkin. Thanks for painting with me today.